All right, do the thing.
Okay, yeah, I'll do the thing. You ready for the thing?
Yeah, I'm ready for
Okay, let's do the
Is
thing.
everyone ready?
Is everyone ready for the thing?
What is this thing?
The thing
Just the intro.
Oh,
the thing is, welcome to the Somewhat Original Podcast. We are back.
Yo.
Whoa.
damn! We almost got sick.
We had to like keep eye contact.
and I was like our hands were shaking like.
That's like the whole anime, like shaking, like,
Yeah. It's like when Goku like powers up.
Okay.
Sasuke.
Are you surprised I had an anime like reference?
Yeah.
That was
You're
surprising.
you're getting better, and I like
Yeah,
it.
I know you hate me because I don't watch anime, but I can reference it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Badoosh.
So we're back with our guest here, Jeremy.
Hello again. Thanks for having me again. This is a surprise.
Yeah.
Last
We
we talked
just-
about Batman, and here
you
we are
know,
again.
We just wanted to bring you back.
The audience
you.
loves you. The
Yeah.
mic loves you.
Exactly.
I appreciate being here again.
No, thank you for being here.
Glad to have you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what's new with everyone? Any?
Well, I have an announcement to make. We found out the gender of
Oh,
our
yeah, that's
baby.
right.
Oh yeah.
Le gasp.
We are having a boy.
Whoa!
Yeah.
A man.
Yeah, so our whole like room where we record in is where actually our baby is going to be sleeping, and so it's like a mess right now.
It's
so
very crammed.
We're gonna
Yeah.
have to change some things in a couple months here.
It's very
I did
cozy.
buy a new desk though, so hopefully we can actually get it to work. But we'll see what.
Eventually,
happens.
we'll get our own studio. We're gonna be
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
super legit.
Pay like $250 a month for some room. Right?
That would be
I don't
awesome.
know.
I
That'd
mean,
be dope.
yeah, if I could pay that money for that, I'd do it. Yeah.
If one of us had a basement, we could do it in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
we
too.
could.
But all we have is, I mean, technically my basement right now, even though it's not a basement
Yeah.
because it's just the bottom
It's
floor
cool enough
apartment.
to be a basement.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Go
Yeah.
buy a house, Drake, and we'll do it.
I'm working on it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, you get to show him all the fun shows and
Oh yeah.
play the fun video games and crap.
I mean, if I had a girl too, I'd force her to play video games too. But
See, here's
you know,
the thing, though. I feel like, girls that like that stuff are a little weird.
No, I wouldn't say like
Not
all
really.
weird, but like I mean, my sister played video games too.
That's
I mean,
true.
I call her weird, but that's just
My
That's
wife plays
your
video
siblings.
games, so I guess
yeah,
you know,
siblings.
what it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah,
This
but
day and age, we all play games at some point. You know,
It's
on
true.
our
Exactly.
phones or our consoles. They're everywhere.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's really cool.
yeah, we're excited.
Awesome.
In November, right?
Yep, November
Congratulations.
Just like
Wait, what
the
date?
rest of us.
November 19th.
Oh, that's my dad's birthday.
Oh,
Happy birthday, Dad.
I don't
November
know if it will
babies.
be on November 19th, but I mean,
If it's on November 22nd, that's my birthday.
we'll celebrate with you, Daniel.
Yeah.
And then November 3rd for Drake.
Yeah, November
But I don't know if it would
babies.
come that early, so
Yeah.
who knows?
Very excited for you and your wife.
Yeah, thank
Yes,
you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I won't drop any names. But
No, it's all good.
So yeah. What about you, Daniel? What's happening?
Honestly, nothing new for me. I don't have I feel like coming after that, I don't. Nothing's going on. I just live my life with my wife. Didn't mean to rhyme, but that's how it is.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
last time we had Jeremy here, we talked about the Batman stuff, and we missed like one Batman as an honorable mention for like one of the best. Ben Wyatt dressed as Batman from Parks and Rec.
Okay.
I don't remember Parks and Rec too often.
Have you seen
so-
that? No,
I
you haven't.
Sorry.
It's really funny.
If you're going off of like comedy shows that people dressed up as Batman, it's definitely Abed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just Batman in
Wait a
Community.
second. That's
Yes.
true. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Or it's Creed Bratton from The Office.
That's
Oh,
true.
that's-
Who does the Joker?
Who does the Joker? He was
Why
pretty
so
creepy.
serious?
That one's pretty good.
Honorable mentions.
Yeah. Those are
But yeah, Drake's trying to fix his mic here now.
Dude, what the heck?
It's about to fall off.
It's like, it's not being very sturdy.
Ooh.
It was like coming down a little bit.
We'll edit that out.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's an edit.
Yeah, that will be an edit for sure.
Yeah, Creed Brand's a good one. I like that, and yeah, Abed's like clearly better than
yeah.
Christian Bale,
I
better
definitely
than
say yeah.
than whatever
Better than
his
them
name
all.
is. I can't think of
Michael
his name.
Keaton.
Michael Keaton. Speaking of Michael Keaton, man. Speaking of, did you like him as the Vulture in Spider-Man: Homecoming?
I did.
You
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
He is.
He's a great actor, of course.
I will say,
I mean, it's Beetlejuice.
yeah, exactly. So
I always
if
forget about that.
if you didn't know, our topic today is our boy Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yes,
The
Spider-Man.
webhead.
The best superhero known to man.
Yes.
Don't at me.
Pretty much every boy's favorite superhero in the world.
Yeah, unless you're a weirdo and you like Superman. Do you like Superman? You don't like Superman, do you?
Well, here we go.
Wait a second.
Oh,
Did I offend you?
I'll gladly be a weirdo. Number 1, Batman. Number 2, Superman. Number 3, Spider-Man.
Oh, wow.
You put him higher.
I have to ask,
man.
I have to ask, what do you like about Superman? Because I don't get it.
Just that stands for truth and justice. And
In the American way.
I don't know about that anymore. I don't know what the American way is right now. Sadly,
Okay.
but
It's not picket fences anymore.
the idea
Gosh.
of that, yeah, just that, he's all powerful, but he's extremely humble. And that comes from his Earth family, his parents, growing up in a small town and a farm and all that. And he chooses to do good.
Huh.
I think
He could be
It's
evil.
inspiring, yeah.
Yeah. Like that one movie, I can't even remember what it was called. That was practically
Man
a-
of Steel?
No, it was like a Superman person, but it's like a horror film.
Oh, something Burn. It's the one
Yeah.
by James Gunn, right?
yeah,
Brightburn. That's
Brightburn. Yep,
Oh,
yep.
I've never
that
seen
one.
that.
Yeah, I saw the ads for it. I
basically
never actually watched
if he
it.
was
Huh.
evil, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. But they don't call him Superman or anything. But yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much the same thing.
Also, if my brother-in-law is listening, I apologize. He loves Superman. Too. So we're going to be offending
Well,
some people.
it's a good thing he's wrong.
Oof.
He's not Green Lantern, so come on.
Oh, yeah.
That's,
Okay.
That's true.
Hey, I
think
like
we can-
Green
I do too,
Lantern.
actually.
He's
He
pretty
gets
cool.
so much smack. I
It
hate
depends
it.
on the version of Green Lantern,
Right,
I
right.
feel like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we want to talk about like the best series and stuff of Spider-Man. But yeah, as I was saying, the Vulture,
Yeah.
I felt like I didn't really take him too seriously because I've seen just about anything you can see of Spider-Man, and I never thought Vulture could be scary, but he was legitimately like
Oh yeah.
he was terrifying, and especially like he wouldn't even have the clothes on, and when he's just like telling Peter that he's gonna kill him, you're
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
you could feel like the murderous intent kind
Yeah.
of thing,
Well, definitely one of the best supervillains in general for the MCU, honestly. Like,
as far
and
as
he
the
didn't,
movies
yeah.
go.
he didn't die, so he's still around, essentially.
It's true. Yeah.
They keep trying to make that Sinister Six movie. I feel like they've
Keep
been
applying.
trying to do it for years.
Well, I mean, they have almost everybody, right?
They have,
They just need
let's
Doc
see,
Ock.
they have Mysterio now. They have Scorpion.
Well, Mysterio's dead? Question mark?
Oh, is he?
I don't think so.
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I don't think
Well, that's
The way-
maybe he is.
The way they had it, I just don't think he's dead.
Let's just assume he's not. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can explain that it was some kind of illusion. So you have 3 of the 6 at this.
Well, you got Scorpion and Rhino. Who
Where's
appeared.
Rhino?
Wasn't he one of the...
He was in the Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, he
version.
was.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought he was in the newer ones. Well, at least the actor.
Oh.
But
Maybe.
maybe.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I could be
Huh.
wrong.
There's so
It's
many,
been a while
hard
since
to
I
I
know.
watched those, so
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Well, because they alluded to even like Shocker, who's another super.
Oh yeah, but
Spider-Man.
Shocker.
But
Oh,
then
is
he
he still
died.
alive?
No, he died.
There's no the other guy. There was one that died, and then the other guy.
Well, then
he
he
just
picks.
took up the arms and
That's
started
right.
using them. So,
So I guess they have 4 of them. But
It's been a while since I've watched
Shocker's not
something.
that great. I'll be honest.
No.
He's like Electro, but not actually having power.
Yeah.
That's true. Good point. Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, I guess we'll go around. What's everyone's favorite like TV show of our boy Spidey?
TV show
TV or movie?
or movie or all together?
Let's start with TV shows. I think.
Just TV show. Well, just the '94 series of
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man that's on
You've seen
Disney
that.
Plus.
I love that show
watching that,
so
yeah.
much.
Oh, yeah.
I would watch it every morning,
Mhm.
and I freaking loved that Spider-Man to death. And it's not as accurate to like the characters in the
Yeah.
comics, but I just love him so much. And
It was a classic.
that voice for Spider-Man is like one of the definitive voices
Oh, yeah.
for me.
Amen.
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
feel that way?
Absolutely. Yeah.
He's so cool.
But
But
yeah,
he's a very big guy in that cartoon. He's like too big.
He's dummy
He
thick.
looks-
say that.
Yeah, he looks like he should be Superman, honestly.
I guess that's what the spider bite did to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Made him jacked.
just made him so jacked that he's ready to go.
Yeah, exactly. What about you, Daniel?
That's a hard one. I mean, obviously, definitely the '90s Spider-Man was, I would say, the best.
Yeah.
I watched the Spider-Man Unlimited series,
Okay.
even though I was not a huge fan of it.
It's
but
kind of weird.
it is different.
They were trying to compete with Batman Beyond, I think.
I hated the design of Carnage and Venom,
Yeah.
and it was
They're really,
disgusting to see him on screen.
They're really
Oh, yeah.
neon and like stringy.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
gross. So I just but I liked the story. I liked what they were doing with it. It was interesting.
That takes place on a different
Planet.
planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
He goes through like a wormhole or
Uh-huh.
something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He's
Interesting.
got like this nice little suit that makes him
Yeah.
invisible.
Have you seen that
like-
one yet, Tanya?
I have
I
not.
like
No.
the theme song.
Check it out. Like it's interesting.
It's
It's on Disney Plus, I'm assuming?
It's
Yes.
a show.
Okay.
It's a show. I really like the Disney Channel XD Spider-Man series, like they did a few times.
Oof, I do not approve.
Really, I enjoyed them. Like I just really like Spider-Man. Like they were goofy and like not all of them were perfect.
I think it's a little
But-
more like for kids with ADHD a little bit,
Yeah,
or / like anime style, because he like stops and does little like cartoony bits in between stuff. I you know, it's Spider-Man, so
Yeah.
it's not terrible. I just don't love that one for
yeah.
personally.
I will say the one that I didn't enjoy too much, and I actually stopped, was the Spider-Man where it's like Drake Bell voices him, and he was like an agent of Shield, and like he had
Oh,
his own
that's the
team.
one
Oh.
I'm thinking of.
Oh, see, okay, a different one. Sorry.
You're thinking of the newer one.
There's so many
There was another one
Disney
before.
There are
shows
so
now.
many
There's-
Spider-Man.
There was one before. I think it was Nickelodeon actually that had it out, and it was actually really good. But then
It's-
they replaced it with this.
Oh,
one.
are you
That was
thinking
Huh.
maybe Spectacular Spider-Man?
fun. Yes.
Spectacular Spider-Man is fantastic.
Yes.
It's,
In fact, it's-
spectacular.
Exactly. Yeah.
Spectacular.
Everyone wanted to use that joke.
Yeah, that's that was some low-hanging fruit there.
I have to go for those jokes every time. I'm becoming a dad. I have to have the dad jokes.
Clearly,
Jokes.
clearly.
coming
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. Now that we've cleared that up,
Sorry, I didn't remember what it was called because I know it's just changed so much. So I'm like, what was it? Even
there's
called?
been too many. Shows.
I believe it is called Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, no problem.
Here to enlighten us all.
That's a really.
That's
fun
what I'm here for.
I love Spectacular. I did not like. I don't even. What is that even called? The Amazing Spider-Man.
There's Ultimate Spider-Man, and then there's like Marvel's Spider-Man is the most recent one.
Is that the one with like the Agent of Shield? And,
The Agent of Shield one is Ultimate.
Is that Ultimate? Okay. See, I didn't particularly like that one.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was just lame. So
But Spectacular's good.
yes, Spectacular was great. But
What about you, Jeremy?
Definitely the 90s.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That show,
That's the good
I still
stuff.
can sit
Nothing
down
beats
and
it.
watch it and enjoy it. Show it
It's-
to my kids now.
Yeah, I
Um,
I look forward to doing the same.
yeah, it's fun. It's classic. I mean, you got some from the 80s and the 70s. The original from, I want to say, the
60s?
1960s.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely aged, but
It's a little
there's
hokey.
some value in it, you know, if you want to see what it was originally like.
Yeah.
So, but
there's
yeah,
the Japanese Spider-Man show.
there's
Yeah.
that too.
Spider-Man.
Uh-huh.
He's got Leopardon or whatever his name is. Leopardon.
So there's that version where he's basically in a giant robot, which kind of served as inspiration for Power Rangers
Yeah.
later on.
Really?
Yeah,
So
because I think it was from the 70s or
uh-huh,
something.
Yep.
Interesting.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's
You
pretty.
got Super
It's
Sentai and all that over there.
yeah.
You know, it's-
What's the
I
word?
think I said that right. I don't know.
Super Sentai, I think. They had that on like Marvel.com for a while, and I didn't have anything. I was like a teenager. I didn't have anything else to watch, so I watched it, and I was like, "This is amazing. It's so stupid, but I love
Yeah.
it."
Yeah.
Yeah, giant Spider-Man robot.
Yeah.
Is that what they have on in the Into Spider-Verse? Is that like what they're trying
I
to
think
base it
it's
off
supposed
of?
to be a kind of like homage to that, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
interesting. I did not know that.
So,
Yeah.
What
The
about
boy
you,
know.
Drake?
Yeah. Favorite
Yeah, I guess
animated version.
90s would be my first pick. Spectacular's my second. That one has, it has its own kind of different style to it, but it's got some heart to it as well.
Definitely.
And it's also something, because I kind of like that you feel like you're with Peter Parker, or like you could be Peter Parker the whole time. So both of those shows make me feel like, oh yeah, I'm like, he's also dealing with these things that I have to deal with. Like,
Right.
oh, I have to, at the time I was like, oh, the girl I like, she doesn't really like me, blah, blah, all that stuff. He's like the most relatable
Yes.
superhero, I think.
Absolutely. I was gonna say that. I know I mentioned Batman and Superman as my favorite, but as a teenager, Spider-Man, I really related to him.
Yeah.
You know,
Same.
he's battling Doc Ock one night, and the next day at school he's battling acne.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
Peter
exactly.
Parker. I
Yep.
think we all have some of that in us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember reading something what Stan Lee said about why he created Spider-Man. Like, any kid could see them
Yeah.
under that mask, any skin color, any gender.
That's how I felt when I was a
Same.
kid.
Yeah.
Same.
I always thought, man, I could be Spider-Man.
Stanley knew what he was doing.
Exactly.
He knew what he was doing.
After I saw the fat Spider-Man.
Yeah, you could
Into
be
the
that one.
Spider-Verse, I can be that.
It's like
Spider-Man
even I
now.
can be Spider-Man.
Even I can be Spider-Man,
Yeah.
even though I'm
I
not
could be
that
Thor too.
athletic. Oh yeah, I can be Thor too. I didn't ever think of that.
You could be Thor.
Oh yeah.
You look more like Thor than him.
I know, with my beard and everything, I could.
Yeah.
I should start braiding.
That
it
would
and
be a
everything.
good Halloween
Yes,
costume.
you should do it for Halloween.
I have tried braiding my beard. It does not work yet. So
Dang
it's not long enough.
That's too bad.
Unfortunately.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, as far as movies, this one,
Pizza time.
yeah, it's pizza time. I will say,
So we had to say it at least once in this episode.
Yeah,
Pizza time.
I don't love those ones, even though they were the first ones I saw. They're,
I'm assuming this is the Tobey Maguire that we're talking about.
yes,
Okay.
Tobey Maguire.
Okay.
Yes,
Just want to make sure.
it was, it was what we had at the time, but I felt like he was good as Spider-Man, not great as Peter Parker, or actually, more, I don't know. I just didn't love him. He was a little wimpy. And I never felt like Peter Parker was like a wimp or a loser. He was just a normal, average dude. Just, has superpowers.
And evil Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
And the third one.
Yeah. That's one.
Evil Tobey Maguire.
That's one we'd all sooner forget.
Yep.
But yeah, let's start with Jeremy. What's your favorite?
Well, I respect what you say,
You're
But
wrong.
I'm wrong.
no, you're not at all. Honestly, we all know Spider-Man. We all have our opinions on him, and I respect that. For Tobey Maguire, it comes to nostalgia again.
Yeah.
Like Michael Keaton with Batman.
Yeah.
That was, I remember, seeing the Batman movies growing up, cool, saw them in the theater, but then here comes CGI with Spider-Man, and seeing that in the theater,
Yeah.
blew my mind.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that is just so cool, just to see him do all those things.
It was pretty cool. I mean, like, now that I have other choices, I feel differently. But
Yeah.
Right. So I really like Tobey Maguire's
Yeah.
version. Spider-Man 3 wasn't the best.
No.
but
they did Venom wrong. It
Yeah.
was
We
really
don't talk about
sad.
Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 2 is great.
I will say,
Doc Ock.
I don't know if you noticed this. There's a pattern with all three of those movies. It's
MJ gets captured?
MJ gets captured. It just got really tired for me.
Yeah.
By the second one, I was just like, okay, yep, she's
She's
kidnapped,
She's a
always
damsel
need
in
help.
distress.
and she's kind of a jerk. Honestly, I don't like Mary Jane in that.
She's
Do
the
you?
worst.
She's
Yeah,
like,
not really.
she's not nice to him. And it's like,
Right.
why does he like her?
And on that one, Spider-Man 2, it's cool to see the inner struggle he has with himself.
Yeah.
To overcome that and become Spider-Man again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We all have to face that at some point. Who are we going to be?
yeah,
I don't know. I look for that in superheroes.
It's-
It's the inspiration.
yeah. It's kind of like it's a deeper thing. I feel
Yeah.
like you can find that in a lot of superhero stuff because it's like modern day mythology
Yeah,
and it has
exactly.
something to teach you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I'll go for it.
Yeah.
So my favorite one, I'd have to say, is actually the Spider-Man game, PS4.
Okay. Well, you're cheating a little bit. That's okay.
Any movie version?
That is like the best movie you could ever watch and play at the same time.
It is.
It's true. It's
I'm
got a
jealous. I need
good
to
story.
try
Oh, it's
Have
such
you
a
not
good
played it?
story.
Oh, I haven't.
Oh man, you're missing out.
I've never played it either, but I watched it all on YouTube,
Oh.
and I was like, oh, because I don't have a PS4,
Yeah.
so I was like, I just need.
I
to,
bought a PS4 to play that game.
I was tempted to. I was very tempted.
Yeah, I end up buying one as well. So I
And you
could
never
play
played it.
it. I played it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why I say it's my
Yeah.
favorite.
Well, no, I mean like on your own thing, because I know you played it.
Oh, that's
Before.
right. Well, I did play it on like my roommates before I got married. I played on my roommate's PlayStation 4 all the time.
That's what I meant.
That's
I knew
right.
you'd played it.
I've played it a little bit on mine, but I did want it again to play, and I do enjoy it. But movie wise, I know a lot of people hate me for it, but I actually really enjoyed the Andrew Garfield ones.
Oh, really?
I really
What
really liked
What
them.
was it about
See
that?
I just like, I don't know, I guess the graphics and everything just with it, the CGI was just well done. I really liked his suit that he
Yeah.
had, his Spider-Man suit.
In the first one or the second one? Because they changed.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
He's got like bigger eyes.
The
He looks more like the comic book one in
The
the
second one's like
It's got the best
close to the
costume.
comic
Yeah.
you can
He,
get.
I actually I really love that suit. The
Yeah.
first one not so much. It kind of looks like he has sunglasses.
Yeah. Well, it is sunglasses.
Yeah, well,
But, yeah.
of course.
I mean,
that's why it looks-
even the first and then the second one, like I just liked them both.
I really, I will say, Amazing Spider-Man 2 is, I liked it. It
Yeah.
was fun.
It gets a bad rap, but
No
I
comment.
think it's
Garbage movie.
Oh, man.
It's still fun, and
It's fun. It's
I
still
like
garbage.
that they killed Gwen. That's how it should be. She should be dead.
Oh.
Not that I hate her.
Right.
Let me explain myself a little bit. Not that I hate her. It's just like that's what happened in the
Exactly.
comics, and it was a big part of who Peter Parker was because it haunted him for a long time because he basically let her die.
yeah.
Yeah.
Still garbage movie.
That's
Goblin was garbage.
Still debatable.
But yeah,
Electro was
what,
garbage. All of it was garbage.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly, that's the biggest reason why I liked it is just like his suit. But I liked Andrew Garfield as an actor.
Yes.
I thought he portrayed Peter Parker very well.
Definitely.
Yeah, his age, he was a little older than what
he looked
Peter Parker.
too perfect to be Peter Parker.
But I mean, he's a superhero, and a lot of superheroes are like perfect. So
Yeah.
Anyone can be Spider-Man, even perfect.
Even me.
people. Yep.
I don't know. It just I really enjoyed it, and
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. Even though I know a lot of people may not like it.
It's,
Daniel.
you know.
Just this. I don't like the second one. It's garbage.
Do you like the
You're
first Amazing
garbage.
Spider-Man?
I think it's fine. I think it was good for what they were
It got
trying
the
to do.
job done.
It got the job done.
Lizard's
The second
cool.
one just kind of fell apart. Like they didn't know what they were wanted to do.
I'll be honest. I'm happy whenever there's anything Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I still like anything really.
Yeah.
Daniel, what's your favorite?
That's kind of tough. I would probably say also Tobey Maguire, mostly just because that got me into loving Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, that was my first Spider-Man experience, was seeing it in theater. So I kind of had like something similar to you, Jeremy,
Yeah.
where I was just
Yeah.
like, whoa, like this is Spider-Man. And like
Yeah.
after that, I was obsessed. So yeah, I would have to go with Tobey Maguire.
Nice.
Nice.
Do you have a favorite of those three?
Definitely the second.
Doctor Octopus is pretty scary.
Yeah.
Solid villain,
Oh, yeah.
solid story, and I think Tobey Maguire was at his best at that time.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I have nothing more to add or say that we already haven't. So
Yeah.
I will say Into the Spider-Verse is my close second.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I'm curious how you feel about that movie.
It's done really well. It's cool. I like how it looks like a
Style.
comic. I don't know if you want to get into that version of Spider-Man or not, but
Like Miles Morales
yeah,
version?
I mean it's
or-
cool.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Because I don't love that movie.
It's a different take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
it's not because of Miles Morales for
Right,
me
right.
personally,
Sure.
but it's just like it's just subpar and everyone said it was so great. It got like overhyped for me and I was like
Yeah.
meh.
See, I thought it was like the animation was
Yeah,
amazing.
it looks
Something
really
that
cool. Yeah.
has never been done before. Looked amazing, and the story was really good. Had a lot of heart. Miles Morales coming to his own version of Spider. Like there's so
they
many
still
other
haven't
Spider-Man.
done that for him in the comics,
Yeah.
but we'll forget that.
Exactly. Like he has to kind of just like fill in these shoes that are just so huge. Like
Yeah.
imagine being that kind of person, like having to fill those shoes
Oh yeah.
of Spider-Man.
and of Spider-Man and being like your own unique. But I think it did really well. Like
Yeah.
for what it was. Like it may not have been like perfect, honestly, but it still got the job done. I thought it was
Nice.
really good.
Definitely.
I definitely agree with the animation. Just
Stellar.
spectacular.
It definitely looks good.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Just it was something so different compared to any other cartoon movie that's been out there, and that's why I think it was just really well done.
It wasn't one I felt like I needed to own, though, personally.
It didn't what?
It wasn't one that I felt like I needed to own, personally.
Oh,
But,
But you can watch it on. Oh wait, I guess you can't watch it on Disney Plus. Huh?
nah, it's
Nope.
a
It's
Sony,
Sony.
thing.
It's
That's
Netflix.
right.
I think it's
Yeah,
on.
I think it is. Yeah.
Venom's on Disney Plus, isn't it?
No,
Okay.
Did you like
For some reason, I
Venom?
thought
Venom is
okay, yeah.
is Sony thing too.
I
Yeah.
hated Venom.
Venom
No,
was
it's
not good.
They
not my
ruined my
favorite,
boy.
but I'll say
Again.
it's cool to see Venom on the screen.
It is.
That was.
I mean, like the first time you see him, like, and he, you know,
Uh-huh.
with the tongue out, it looked
Yeah.
just like the one from
Yeah.
like the 80s.
Yeah.
I was so
like the
let
comic
down with
books. I didn't love it.
Yeah.
that. Well, what's
I
the
won't
actor's
say
name?
anything.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. He did a
Tanner
good job.
over here loves freaking
Oh.
Venom.
I liked it,
Nice.
but also my wife loved it too, so that's
We-
why we liked it.
We watched it, and like the whole time, me and my wife were just looking at each other, like, "What is going on? This is such a weird,
Yeah,
dumb movie."
it was
and
bad.
it started like twice. Like it started where he, or like three times. It was like the symbiote got there, and then he's doing that interview, and then they break up, and then it finally starts, and you're like,
Oh, yeah.
okay, I don't need so much freaking build up for a dumb movie.
It was hard for me not to have Spider-Man in a Venom movie. It was
Yeah.
just- it
Oh,
just
yeah.
felt odd.
Well, it feels weird because
Yeah.
it's like he's not as good without Spider-Man.
No.
Because
Mhm.
he's like arguably one of the best Spider-Man villains there are, because he's so freaking scary,
Mhm.
and he knows everything about him,
Mhm.
so he just terrorizes them.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
they kind of screwed him up for me.
The question is, did you like the prequel, Life?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now
I
that's
was
a
like,
good
wait,
movie.
there was a prequel? But yeah, I remember that.
Have
That's
you
a
ever
good
seen that
movie.
movie or heard of it?
I don't think so.
It's there were these astronauts. They were up in space and they find like a different, like pretty much like a symbiote almost.
It looks like one. It's
It
just
looks like
like
one.
you know moving
Cool.
around.
And
I'll
it
check that out.
it ends up like taking over, pretty much killing a lot
Wow.
of people on there.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's rated R though. If you're
Yeah.
if you don't watch that.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
sounds just like the origins of Venom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
basically
it is
yeah.
pretty much.
it really is a good. The ending's really good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll have to.
I won't spoil
um,
it for you because you can watch it now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
it's
have
it's got a twist ending. It's pretty good.
Dun-dun-dun.
Do
we want to do villains?
yeah, his rogues gallery. I gotta say, I know a little bit more about them than I feel
Batman.
the Batman one. I feel like.
And I feel about the same.
Same amount of knowledge.
So I don't know who. Let's just say like who's our favorite.
We got
villain?
Venom. We've got Carnage,
Carnage.
who's the offspring of Venom. He's the red guy who's a little bit more bloodthirsty.
He's
Yeah.
much scarier in that '90s cartoon.
Uh-huh.
I freaking
yeah.
love him in that.
He's
Oh, yeah.
terrifying.
I love it. It's really good. I gotta say, one of my very favorites is Green Goblin.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
He's basically like the Joker of Spider-Man, but
Easily.
I like him. You know, it feels more personal with him and Norman Osborn, Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Just because he's like friends with his son and everything.
hmm We've got Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin's also a good one. For some reason, it's just like a color swap of
Yeah.
Green Goblin.
It like
but
literally is the same person.
he's got
It's
his own, you know, kind of charm to him. I
Yeah.
feel like.
He confused me in like the animated series, like the
Yeah.
90s.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, hold on, that's Green Goblin, but he's orange. Why is he orange?
They
And my
did.
dad had to explain, like, no, that's Hobgoblin. I'm like, who the frick is Hobgoblin?
They didn't want Green Goblin in the show for some reason. I can't remember. They
Huh.
were like gonna use him in something else, so they didn't have him in the show.
Because yeah, I guess he never is in the show.
And they don't have Sandman. They have
Yeah,
Hydra Man instead.
Green Goblin's in it.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
in
I
the
don't remember.
animated- Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought he was
It's
in
been
it.
a minute
He's
since
the
I
whole
watched.
reason-
Like,
yeah, he's the whole reason why Mary Jane goes missing.
oh
If
yeah.
you remember that.
Yes.
The show and spoiler alert was Spider-Man trying to go find Mary Jane.
And
you
you never get.
yeah, we
an
never get
ending.
closure on that. It's sad.
Ah, it sucks.
But yeah, Green Goblin's in it, and the Hobgoblin on it. It's Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
doing the voice.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
really?
is. Yep.
A little bit of
That's
Joker
right. Because
there.
he laughs and both Heather and I
I
were
remember
like,
thinking
wait,
that. Yeah.
is that the Joker? And then we had to look it up and we're like, oh wait.
I did not know that. That's sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Hmm.
I gotta say, going back to what you're like the video game
Uh huh.
when they had like the Sinister Six.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like that
Battling
team
them.
together is pretty
Oh, yeah.
pretty scary.
pretty stellar.
And I feel like he didn't used to be, but I feel like Dr. Octopus used to be. It's starting to be like one of his arch enemies. He didn't. I never felt
Yeah.
like that until like recent years, but
It's kind of like this
like
just kooky doctor.
yeah, at first that's how he
Yeah.
was, and he was just
Yeah.
kind of stupid and dumb, and he could just like kick him over, and he'd be like, "Okay, see you around, man."
Later.
Mhm.
But yeah, he's kind of like, especially with that video game, like
Oh, yeah.
he's
super strong and
pretty scary. I don't want to spoil anything
Oh,
for
that's
you,
fine.
really.
Yeah.
But
That's fine. It just makes me more excited to try it.
yeah, it's. I mean, if you at least watch it, like watching it's good too, honestly. Electro,
Got Electro. I have not much to say about Electro, honestly.
I like.
He's just
him.
kind of there.
There's some of them are like a little hokey, but I like them because they are
Right.
hokey.
Yeah.
Like Electro, Shocker, Rhino, Scorpion. Those guys
Kingpin.
are usually kind of.
Kingpin.
Kingpin's a good one actually.
Yeah.
Kingpin's an interesting villain because I feel like he's kind of Spider-Man, kind of Daredevil,
Uh-huh.
They've kind of
kind
split
of
him.
Punisher. Yeah, like
Yeah.
they just split him around. So he's an interesting villain.
You know, I just remembered the actual best movie of Spider-Man. It's the Spider-Man ride at the Universal Studios
Oh, I'm jealous. I want to
Never
go
in
been
there.
Florida.
Uh,
Oh man, it is so fun. You're like riding in a car and you're in like a news van car
Uh-huh.
trying to get the news of Spider-Man
Uh-huh.
because J. Jonah Jameson sends you out to go actually go find Spider-Man.
Give me
or
pictures of
whatever.
Spider-Man.
Yep, exactly. And pretty much the Sinister. They don't call it the Sinister Six because I don't think they're allowed to. But yeah. So they call it something, and you're going out to get pictures of them and Spider-Man, and then they catch you trying to get a picture of them or whatever, and then Spider-Man saves you.
that sounds
It
awesome.
is really cool because they have like
I
a
wanna
lot of
do
like
that.
3D effects to it and everything, and like even water will splash on you. And then
Yeah.
there's the Green Goblin or the Hobgoblin. I can't remember which one it is because they are exactly the same. One of them throws a bomb at you,
Oh, nice.
and it actually like goes through the wall, and a flame comes out through the wall, and like you feel the heat from the
Huh.
flame and
So
everything
cool.
That's
at you
cool.
and everything. It's really cool.
I've always
Yeah.
wanted to go on that ride.
It's like my favorite movie.
Hey,
I
check
just
that out.
remembered that now. Yeah.
It's pretty short.
It's great.
It's a short movie. It's like maybe 10, 15 minutes. And I mean, I don't know how long the wait is right now, but when we went, it was like a 30-minute wait.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess we got there right as they opened. So that was
Huh.
like our first ride we went on. So you kind of have to figure out. It's like Disneyland. There's sometimes it's like really packed and sometimes it's not. So
Yeah.
they
Interesting.
have an app you can see the waiting times.
Yeah. That's sweet.
More villains.
Yeah.
Sorry to go on a tangent.
Well, I wanted to mention because we kind of talked about Vulture in the beginning, but
Yeah.
we never got into Mysterio.
Oh,
from
yeah.
Far From
Oh, yeah.
Home. What are you guys' thoughts on Mysterio?
I think they did really well at adapting him for this big screen because I feel like it's kind of hard to like understand. He's just like a TV movie guy,
Mhm.
and you wouldn't be able to do it today because they don't do
Right.
special effects like that. But like
Right.
the way that they did it with like CG, like he's
Yeah.
a CG guy or something,
Yeah.
and he made his own like kind of stuff. I feel like they really did that well, and like those scenes where he's like terrorizing
That was cool.
Spider-Man.
That was
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
cool.
That
I
was
love
really
that.
well
Yeah.
done. I agree with you 100%. The only thing that bugs me is that for some reason the MCU Spider-Man's villains are always tied to Tony Stark, and it's really annoying.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I was
like,
well,
like everyone has beef with Tony Stark. I'm like, stop.
well, but
Have beef
you know,
beef with Tom Holland.
yeah.
they have to give him a reason because like
they?
there's no reason for them for some old guy to be like, hey, kind of hate you, man. Like he's like a teenager, so they need to like, you know, he is
Right.
kind of more tied to Tony Stark. I thought I would not like that, but I feel like it kind of makes him,
You like that he's so tight?
well, especially
get into
because
that.
It's just becoming the new
tied
MJ.
to Iron Man. I mean,
Yeah.
What if Spider-Man was slinging his web and some of the web got on the old man? He's like, "Oh, I'm so mad about this.
I'm gonna go take him
I'm
down.
gonna take down Spider-Man."
Yeah.
Forget Tony Stark. You got web on me.
yeah, exactly.
How
he stopped
dare
me.
you.
Well, I just think it's becoming the new trope for like MJ being captured. It's now, all the villains have a beef with Tony Stark, and then Spidey just kind of gets in the way of that.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't mind it, honestly. At this
I
point,
hope it changes for the next movie. Is all I'm saying.
I could see them, like, of course, they're laying the groundwork for them, like, actually hating him. Like, the Vulture hates him, and he's like, I know who he is. He's, like, holding on to that. And I'm, and Mysterio, they're kind of, like, laying the groundwork. I feel like instead of starting the movie with them hating him, they're, like, ending it with them being like, screw that freaking Peter Parker guy.
Yeah.
And I feel like that gives it a little bit more, like, emotionalness, because that's part of Spider-Man.
I'm just saying, if the third movie ends up like that, then I'm like, all right, I'm out.
Well, they can't really do it now.
Yeah.
He's
dead,
He's
so.
dead. Spoiler alert.
I mean, he died.
Someone will
technically
get
already,
mad
but-
because he's dead.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, he's dead. I'm going after Spider-Man.
Well, I could see them honestly doing a crossover with Venom at this point for the third one.
I think there's a good chance that will happen.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say, like, what have we heard any news of? Like, what's the next big bad?
There's
Like,
rumors for them, like, doing something like that, and they're making, like, different, like, their own version of the MCU with, like, Morbius.
Yeah, there's a trailer for that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I didn't.
Jared Leto.
I didn't like it.
Oh man.
Did you? That trailer looks weird. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't feel like his Rogues Gallery needs movies of their own. Like, I like the Rogues Gallery a lot, and they're all good as their own characters. But do I need to see a movie with Jared Leto as Morbius?
Sony just needs to keep up that license, man. Like, otherwise,
Yeah.
they're kind of running out of things to do.
Yeah.
But it does lay groundwork. Like, if they did want to do like a Sinister Sinister
A
Six,
sinister what?
shut up, and have like the guys we talked about before, the four of them,
Yeah, yeah.
plus Venom and Morbius. That would be
That'd
sick.
be cool.
You know, I would like to see Craven the Hunter.
Yes.
Yes,
He's
yeah.
a good villain, but doesn't get enough light.
he doesn't. I thought they were gonna put Craven in this most recent one in Far
I thought
From
so,
Home,
too.
because he's really good. I don't know if you are familiar with him.
I don't know if I am.
He basically is he's a hunter. There's not
Like
much
the best
to him.
hunter in the world,
But
pretty much.
he
He was in the animated series, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's- Okay.
he
I do
thinks
remember him.
Spider-Man's like the best game to hunt, so he
Uh-huh.
hunts him.
Hunts them throughout New York City.
Yeah.
And
That's
he's
cool.
he's
That's
really
right.
scary
Yeah.
at one point because he like almost kills him a bunch.
Huh.
But
Like,
I,
that would be a cool thing to have, like, Black Panther and, like, Spider-Man kind of coincide just to take
Yeah,
on
with
Craven.
Kraven.
Like,
That's a good
Or-
I
idea.
think that would be
Yeah.
a good idea.
if they had a cameo of Craven in the next Black Panther,
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Kinda-
Marvel hit us
Yeah,
up.
listen
Yeah.
to us, Marvel. That's a great idea. And get
we are sponsored by Marvel.
yeah, exactly.
get Daredevil in there. That's all I can say.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Get Matt Murdock in there to represent Peter
Do you-
Parker.
Oh yeah.
Do you think Spider-Man would do good as like a live action series like Daredevil?
Have you guys seen Daredevil?
I
It's-
love
it's
Daredevil.
fantastic.
It was
It's
really good.
amazing.
We all have seen it, right?
I can't
Yeah.
believe Netflix they canceled it and all.
I love that
but
show.
Yeah.
I
It's
think-
it's some of the
Okay.
best TV I've seen,
That's
honestly.
yeah.
But honestly, I don't think Spider-Man would do well on a live action.
They could do,
Yeah.
they could do grounded stuff like Daredevil. I just don't know what they would do to differentiate him from Daredevil.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna, since you guys are such Spider-Man fans, how do you, I'm just curious. Your take, this MCU version of Spider-Man, he's kind of gotten the keys from Tony Stark on
Right.
his costumes. What's your take on that? Do you feel like it's not doing him justice as the
They,
genius that he is as Peter Parker?
They gotta fill the void, because I feel like I don't know if I can speak for everyone, but there's like once Iron Man was dead, it's like I don't really care now. Like who else is there? But once they basically said, "Hey, this is your new Iron Man,"
Mhm.
I don't know. I really like that. The only problem is, like he could end up being too good at what he does to the point where he's like, he's basically mini Iron Man.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
He's-
But
I kind of feel like he's Iron Man's sidekick.
a little bit. yeah.
We should call him Iron Lad. Or
Iron-
something.
Iron Lad.
I mean, I like it all. They're doing good.
Yeah.
But that's my take.
Yeah.
I was gonna say personally, I didn't actually like it that Iron Man helped him become Spider-Man and get the suit and
Yeah.
everything. It's like
But how would he have a suit like that?
He's Peter
a
Parker.
kid.
He's Peter
Yeah,
Parker.
but
He
He
creates
makes
web
his own
shooters.
suit.
Yeah.
okay, let me explain this to you
sorry.
guys.
Gosh.
It's like $2 million something to make something like that.
He does it in the comics. Just
Yeah, he does in
I
the
guess.
comics fine.
I
He
mean,
needs to sell his pictures to Spider-Man.
Tobey Maguire did it.
I mean,
fine.
honestly, when they had that whole section in Spider-Man: Homecoming when he has his like homemade suit, they should have made that his like permanent suit from now on, and like realize I don't need all the gadgets and like make his own stuff.
Yeah.
yeah,
Not that suit in particular, but like
just
make
something off of that.
Yeah.
something that is his own. But I don't know. I really like Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I feel like he does really well as Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
Mhm.
I feel like we've never gotten that like both of them
Right.
together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. There are some potential problems. I
Yeah.
will say.
But I also was gonna say, even like just like becoming Spider-Man himself, he like did training with Iron Man and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. And I don't know. I just feel like he did a lot of this on his own. It's like it's him. He's just there by himself. He doesn't have that mentor around to do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
But-
the death of Tony Stark's basically the death of his
Of
version of Uncle
Uncle
Ben.
Ben. I really like
Yeah.
that
Oh,
though.
I guess
You
that's
like that?
true.
Because
I didn't
do-
see
do
that.
well,
yeah.
here's the
Yeah.
thing: is we've seen Uncle Ben die so many times. It's like a
Right.
cliche at this point. It's like
Yeah.
Batman's parents dying.
Right.
So like,
It's not sad anymore. Is that
Yeah.
what
it's
you're
well, you know what I mean.
You see
It's
the
just-
pearls flying, you see the bullets flying.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
like, all right, I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Although the
Why'd you say that name?
with the Into the Spider-Verse, how they did that though, I actually really liked it. It was very comical and like, yeah, everyone's seen it. Yeah, okay, go through it. and
Yeah.
let's go
Ooh,
through it.
the origins.
Yeah,
you
the
mean?
origins.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was really
That's
funny, and I
meta.
liked how they did
But
that.
yeah, I do like him like as their version of Uncle Ben because not only did he know him. Oh my gosh, I keep doing that. Did he know them? We knew him for like 10 years.
Oh yeah.
You know?
I love Iron Man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like it took Iron Man from like an obscure character no one really knew about to like everyone in the world knows Iron Man and loves him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like when he dies,
It's-
it's really
For that
emotional.
universe, it does great.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
I mean, if
Sure.
they did it a different way, I would have had them do it a different way, but it fits with everything.
My take, I guess, is, I mean, in the comics, like Iron Man is seen as a mentor for Spider-Man, like helping him get to like superhero status because he's just always been the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, not like the I'm going to take on like these bigger baddies,
Right.
So I
Not
feel-
at first.
Not at first, right?
It's not an Avenger yet.
Yeah, he's not an Avenger, so like in the comics, he's a mentor, and eventually, like I think I read somewhere where Spider-Man at this point, like in the comics, like he's a billionaire, like he has like his own tech company, and
I don't love it.
yeah, it's so it's
I mean,
like
that's the problem with having him that way, though, because they
He's-
had
he's
that
gonna become
storyline,
that, Yeah.
and he's so boring that way, because it's
Yeah.
just like, whoa, I have all these gadgets.
He's this poor kid
Yeah.
from Queens who's trying to survive
Yeah.
with his aunt.
I like it a
That's-
lot more when it's just,
It's
no
friendly
one knows who
neighborhood
he
Spider-Man.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe they're moving towards that because I mean, in the spoilers, in the end of the second MCU Spider-Man, like everyone now knows who he is.
Yeah.
That was amazing,
yeah.
though.
So
Let's see.
That made my
Yeah.
like I was like hooked. I was like,
Oh,
I need
yeah.
the next one already.
Yeah.
So is he just gonna be like this billionaire kid now? Is he just gonna
Like,
Let's hope
like
not.
Iron Man was.
Yeah.
Everyone knows his identity.
Yeah. So who knows? We'll
Yeah.
see.
I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll see.
Disney
Yeah.
I'm
don't ruin it.
assuming the next thing they're gonna do then is Sinister Six. I mean,
They have
I
to.
swear.
They have to at that point. But yeah.
All right, friends. Well, we'll leave you on that question. We have no idea.
What's
how
gonna
answer.
happen with Disney's Spider-Man?
Yeah. We'll find
Let
out.
us know, listeners, if you know. Maybe one of you work for Marvel and or Disney.
I
And
doubt
just know
it,
that.
but
Yeah, I
okay.
doubt it too.
Mickey
We're
Mouse.
not that big yet.
Mickey Mouse, are you there?
Yeah, exactly.
Gorge.
Just let us know. Come on, send us an email. We won't even say it on the podcast. So, just please, yeah.
Por favor.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us again, Jeremy.
Yeah,
Thanks
It
a
was,
bunches.
Thank you, guys.
It's always a good time, man.
Yeah, that's been great.
And
Great
yeah,
heroes.
hopefully you can be back on for another episode or two.
Yeah.
Unfiltered
Yeah, and
episode.
listen to Jeremy's podcast
Oh, yes.
again.
Mysterious Creatures Podcast.
Mysterious Creatures.
Where can we find you?
Podcast.
On Spotify, on Apple,
Anywhere you
any of
listen,
them,
I
yeah.
guess.
Mysterious creatures. Thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
And listeners, stay.
Somewhat original.
Hey, Somewhat Original fam, Drake here. If you liked what you heard, leave us a 5-star review on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Also, make sure to check us out on our YouTube channel and subscribe to us there. And always make sure to never play as Donkey Kong on Mario Party. See ya.
Bye.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Does whatever a spider can. Spins a web and he sighs. Catches fiends just like flies. Look out. Here comes Spider-Man.
I always think of.
Is he strong?
Oh, I was gonna say.
Listen, bud.
I always think of the.
He's got radioactive blood.
The Simpsons movie, the Spider Pig.
Spider
Pig,
Spider
Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig does. Can he swing from a web? No, he can't, cause he's a pig. Look out, he is a Spider Pig.
When'd that come out?
Rewind.